right, so every year about this time of year, I see an uptick in my Bog Deathgrip adapters that I sell on my eBay store. And I always like to have a little video just kind of clarifying, you know, hey, here's how it works, here's how you put them in, here's how you install them. And that way there's not any confusion. I don't want you to buy anything, either A, you didn't want it, or B, you don't know how to use it, or you need just some clarification in it. So this is the Bog Deathgrip that you can buy at Bass Pro. They're great. The only negative is they're really heavy. Like this top part up here is really heavy. So in an effort to make this lighter, I have an adapter that I've designed. It's 3D printed with a stainless steel bolt through it that allows you to take a lot of this weight out and replace it and use like an M-LOK adapter for your AR-15 style rifles. Or you could also put this back on. That's an option we'll talk about as well. So the first thing you're going to do, if you order this from me, and the link will be in the descriptions below, a lot of them get used for predator hunting. People can obviously use them for deer hunting. I use this sometimes to film with. So like if my tripod is in my deer hunting bag, because I've been deer hunting with it, I'll use this to film with sometimes. So these are great, like all around, just universal tripods for anything. It's just a little heavy. So what you're going to do, you're going to get a wrench and you are going to loosen this bolt underneath. And I guess I could do it where I get some leverage on it. And this will just spin off. There's just a bolt under there. I don't even know what size it is, but there's a bolt under there. And that's what keeps this head on. And what will come out is that little bolt, a little bit of bearings, and basically just the bottom seal to that. So you want to keep that off to the side. This part will lift straight up out of there, like so. And this is the heavy part. Like this is well built, you know, probably steel and just heavy. You can tell how heavy it is. There is a bearing still in here. You don't have to take that out. You can if you want. It doesn't affect anything, so I just normally leave mine in there. These little pieces may come out on yours, and they're really hard to make come out sometimes if you've had it squeezed in. But there's two little round parts here, the top and bottom. This part, and then there's one down at the bottom. They can come out, so yours may fall out if you remove it for the first time. Put them back in. We need these two round beveled pieces on top and bottom. You'll notice the mount has a beveled bottom, and that's what makes it fit nice and flush and tight. So you're just going to run this up through the top, from the bottom through the top, and it's going to be nice and flush at the top. If you have those beveled pieces out, it's going to be way loose and it's going to stick way up. So you have to have those beveled pieces in. Any fluid head or ball head, as long as it's that 3/8 thread, will work. This is just a real cheap ball head I got off Amazon. You don't have to have anything expensive. Fluid heads are probably a little better, but they're probably a little more expensive. So you're just going to take your ball head that you got again off Amazon, and you're just going to twist it on there, snug it up. Have yours tight where you can get it good and snug. You don't have to have it super snug. Don't think like, well, I have to have this where it won't move or anything. It's not necessarily the case. You just want to snug it up, because if you loosen these bolts here, it gives you the ability to swivel this. So being a ball head, it has an adapter right here that you can put on a camera. Use this now to film with a camera, or if you're using it like for an AR-15 style, you can take this handle out. All these handles have a little bolt that threads them in. Take this handle off, pull that out. You might want to keep up with that so you'll have it for future use. But now you can buy the M-LOK adapter, have it on your AR-15, and you can put that right through here on your barrel. Loosen this a little bit. You can adjust this torque, this pressure here. So if you want it to be able to move, like your gun be able to move on top, just a little bit, but give you a little bit of resistance. Have that where it's just a little bit of friction. Or if you want to just totally free move it, you can have it totally loose. And you get to kind of fine tune that, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Like if I'm scanning the field, I want a little bit of resistance so my gun just isn't moving everywhere. So I'm going to fine tune that and just get it just how I like it so that I can rotate my gun on there. Now, the other thing that people are doing, there are 4 little bolts right here on this that you can actually take those bolts out. They're a little tricky to get to, but you can take those bolts out, and you can use this clamp method and use it on one of the M-LOK adapters, bolt that to the bottom, and then bolt this back on here. So you can have this clamp piece clamp down onto this fluid head or ball head, and you get the same concept. You get a little bit of that, you get that movement, and then you get the vise part of it here. You would lose a lot of this weight, which is right here. I want as light as I can get, so I want this whole thing gone. So this versus this is a big difference in weight. So it's up to you. If you're using a gun, if you're using a rifle that's synthetic stock, not an AR style platform, you might want to use the vise, and you might want to get the M-LOK adapter and screw it into these 4 holes in the bottom and get rid of this this part right here. Get rid of that, save some weight, thread that onto the M-LOK, thread the M-LOK onto this onto your fluid head or ball head. And then you would save some weight. You would still be able to vise your rifle in there, and you'd still be able to, again, use the torsion and the tension on this handle here to make it move just like you want it to, not too free or not too tight. Again, a lot of uses for this. You can use it for many things, whether it be spotting scopes. I've used it with a spotting scope. I've used it, again, to film. I've used it with sighting in ARs and attaching them to this and then turning the bolt, squeezing it on there. And so the AR itself stays on the tripod. I don't have to even hold it. I can just walk up, turn that a little bit, and then I'm moving and hunting. So a lot of uses for it. It's a real cheap, $20-something adapter that makes you way lighter. I think this fluid head was 15 bucks maybe. So our ball head, this is a ball head, sorry. This ball head was like $15. They're cheap. You don't have to spend a ton. So $30 or a little more, you've taken a lot of weight off of this tripod, and you've made it more versatile so you can use it for filming, spotting scopes. You could, anything you want to attach to an M-LOK adapter, you can slap it on there and you're good to go. So a lot of good uses for it. Check it out on the eBay store. It'll be linked below. If you're predator hunting this spring, good luck. Hope you get them all, because I hate coyotes and bobcats and all that. They're killing our turkeys. So appreciate you. Like, subscribe, stick around. We got a lot more stuff coming. Have a good one.